Let me go check what's happening here. Can I be seen? And more importantly, can I be heard? Okay, that's the only thing that matters. So let's start off with Ever Crisis. I'll raise up the volume and do all of that stuff. Well, I just gotta unmute it, that's all. We'll do this briefly. It's taking a long ass time to load. Alright, let me go to settings, bring back the volume. Keep in mind I mute the volume because I want to listen to metal while I do the dailies and things of that nature. Hip hop, pop music, and just J-pop, I mean. Oh, okay. So I did all this like boring, like not so sexy stuff off screen, just so I can get the new skin for the character, but whatever. Thought I was about to hear some gawked, but not in Ever Crisis. Long ass shot. Can you guys chill with that? Where the fuck is my cell phone? Hojo's dead body. They just left it there, man. That shit is probably stankin', man. It's been days. So yeah, that's partially to explain why when meteor fall happens, you don't really see Vincent and Yuffie in the party. But that's really just because those are optional party members, so they didn't really have a logical way of putting none, both, or one or the other in that cutscene. It would have been a waste of visual works resources creating so many variations on the same scene. Suddenly, Calm has like this Celtic culture. Okay, we're seeing the PS2 cutscenes with their stretched out glory. They didn't even up res. Square doesn't believe in that shit. They got that shit all compressed. Okay, I'm feeling this more than I did Advent Children. This is more of what I was looking for. Cutting through the fluff. Let's go. Her iron deficiency kicked in, or it was way past her bedtime, so Lily fell asleep on the spot. I wonder if that's pronounced like Soviets. It's interesting that Reeve effectively becomes the ruler of the world after Shinra. It's interesting that the original Crisis Core and the original Dirge of Cerberus do not have the same art style. The Crisis Core is a little bit more cartoonish. And this has that like PS2 game not from memory, how it actually is look. So Junon gets skipped in the original Dirge, and that level is completely dedicated to a cell phone game back in the flip phone era. It's kind of up there with Before Crisis, Pied Piper, and that one like Persona 2 joint. There's a couple Persona joints that were flip phone exclusive with like essential lore. So that's Vice. He looks high as shit. I remember seeing an interview where Nomura low key got turned on by that phrase that Vincent keeps repeating. He's like, "Fuck, he's so cool." You need like a shirt or something? She has the Genesis colors on the low. This is arguably the hottest Nomura design with her fucked up hairline. Yeah, if only Vincent's transformations were that useful in the pinch. In the original joint. I was hoping to get some points out of this joint. I guess that ain't happening, boo. No, you want the white? Alright. I've joked that this story entry is effectively Shadow the Hedgehog 2 because of the whole chaos control joint. Even the final battle sequence with everyone just commentating as this guy goes into like a Super Saiyan form and does homing attacks in space with like a rock anthem playing. Anytime like a story or movie plot has this person was right all along, but their theories are so dumb that everyone says she was tripping, just know that movie is gonna be ass. Whatever piece of media that is, it's gonna be whack. Catwoman 2005. I only watched that movie because of Halle Berry. Why is Lucrezia writing eschatology. Isn't she a fucking scientist? So what is this, chapter 3? It kind of looks like a sword, but the only blade part is the strong of it. I guess maybe it meant to like electrocute motherfuckers. It's a strong handguard, bro. They took away her ability to age. I hope I can hear his last name being spoken so I don't call him Twisty the way I want to. Or Toosty. Damn. He was like, that was easy. He really just waited for that whole interpersonal squabble to be wrapped up, and then shot as soon as violence was about to happen. So he's got that Android 17 ability of just forming barriers. Okay, at that point you're just having fun jumping boxes and shit. You didn't even use the higher ground to your advantage as a gun user. He's just like me on commentary. He doesn't finish out his thoughts. Okay. So we're going through them chapters quickly. It's interesting that they made the big brutish guy the weakest dude. That's a popular trope. Because Rosso still gives this motherfucker issues, and she was going toe to toe with Cloud in one of them cutscenes. Man, they love referring to this mini game in Dirge. That's it? A word? Okay, so they kind of just took us to the first 3 or 4 chapters of this, like 10 to 11 chapter joint. One of the chapters is just you on the high wind talking to everybody, so that shouldn't count for anything. But there's really not much story before it goes to like the main location, like balls deep in Deepground and shit. Let me turn off this alarm. So the thing is, I'm not gonna really skip that joint because unlike the Advent Children event, where I have like a secret episode for that, this one isn't like a movie you rent out, basically being put in lower quality and chopped up. It's got some of the visual works cutscenes, but it's just a compilation of the game's cutscenes and then some in-engine stuff. So it's whatever. But I was hoping to get some like blue crystal and shit like that. Nope. No siree. But yeah, whenever that updates, I guess I'll show you the rest of that. Missions. That's a terrible title. I can't do anything with that. Okay, whatever things do they got? Okay, I'm gonna see 3,000. Yeah, I'll try to knock that down. Whatever. So later on today, I'm gonna probably try and do Trails Beyond the Horizon, just the intermission chapter, and then on Saturday I'll do the celebration special. So this has been your boy Miss Wonka 7. Thank you guys for watching, and Aksaya Mayekte.